2, 3, go. Alright. I just got back from school. Um, yeah, so, ever since I was a kid, um, I've been short, I've been fat, and let's just say overweight for now. I've been short and overweight for most of my life. Um, Middle school, I was at my worst. I was around 5'3". I was 5'3" and almost 200 pounds. I was actually over 200 pounds. So that's crazy. And you know, being at that weight, and in a very unfortunate height, gives you horrible proportions. It makes you look like a friggin' it makes you look like a bowling ball. I'm gonna be honest. Um, you just constantly get bullied and bullied and bullied. You get like desensitized to it. I'm now to the point where any comments that are said about the way I look, or my weight, I don't care. But there are some times it strikes a nerve. Like I feel like the little kid in me gets punched in the face. It hurts a lot. So yeah. And then short. This has been an insecurity that has came up very recently, honestly. Most of my life I didn't really care about my height because I was a kid and everybody was generally around the same height as me. But now, as I'm getting older, everybody's been getting taller. Everybody's super freaking tall, and I'm only like 5'5". I'm probably gonna be at most 5'6", 5'8" when I get older. So, I'm not gonna be the tallest man. So, and last year, I just couldn't stop comparing myself to others. I would always, like, every time I'm walking by somebody, I'd be like, is this guy taller than me? I'm taller than him. I'm better than him. He's taller than me. He's better than me at everything. He's just a better human being. And, that does something to somebody, just constantly, it tires you out. And it's like so self-centered of me. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. Last year had some good times, but I don't know. I'd like to forget a portion of it because of the way I thought about everything. So for these things, these are something that a lot of men grew up with. Being fat, overweight, sorry. Honestly, the only thing that helps is losing the weight. It's the only thing you can do. It's the only way. It's the only option I had. I couldn't feel happy with the way I was, and I just did the only thing I saw that was right. So I lost the weight, and I don't know. I see pictures of myself from back then, and I don't recognize myself. But sometimes I like to think that I was more happy back then, even with all the bullying and stuff. And I was more happy than I am now. I'm going to be honest. The short thing. If you are a short person like me, this is something you have to know. There's nothing you can change about it. There's nothing we can do about it. It's just your genetics. You're stuck with it for the rest of your life. So you're just gonna have to accept it at some point, be proud of who you are. You know, if you're short, you're gonna be short. You are short. You just are a short person, and I accepted the fact that I am short, and there's nothing I can do about it. And now, comments. For some reason, weight still is a very, very sensitive topic for me, but the way I look and what's it called? Height, I don't care anymore. Sometimes I embrace the joke. I make jokes myself. So, yeah. And, man, I remember I used to get slapped. I used to get hurt. There's nothing I could do. I was an unathletic, fat, short kid who didn't know how to fight. I was weak. I was weak mentally. I was weak physically. But, I was happy. So, take that as you will. And, yeah.